Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking a look at the posts block in Kadence. This video is part of a series taking a look at Kadence blocks one by one. So to get started, let's go ahead and open a brand new blank page to look at this block on its own. So there's a couple ways to do that, and if you're logged in on your front end, that is your front page or anywhere on your website actually, you'll have this top toolbar. Hover over New and click on Page. Alternatively, if you're on your dashboard, head over to your left-hand sidebar down to Pages and click on Add Page. Just a few housekeeping things before we move forward. If this right-hand sidebar isn't here, click on this Settings button beside Publish, and this is where all of our parameters to toggle and configure for the block will come up. And let's give our page a title. Just to keep things organized, and last but not least, let's add the block itself. Click on this button on the top left here called Block Inserter, and you can either search for it or scroll down, but since Kadence is on top of the list for us, we don't have to go too far. And where is it? Posts. Either click on this or drag and drop it. And here we have all of our blog posts from website assets or from the site. So now let's go ahead and take a look at our options over here. Now we can either put pages, content blocks, or just posts. Okay, we'll stick with that. And we can choose how to order it. We can just use random ones, number of items to put, right? We have a whole bunch over here. And let's stick with 8. It's a good round number. And we can choose to offset the starting post by 4, especially if we're using menu order or A to Z or the newest to oldest, right? So it would be the 4th one from the newest or from the oldest. We can also filter these by category and tag. All right, there you go. And include or exclude, then we can select the post taxonomies. We can show unique posts. And we can also allow sticky posts if we have those. And we can also change the column layout. Let's set it to 4. And we can also change how many we have on a tablet, how many columns we have on a tablet, just to make it smaller and more responsive and easier to use. And we also change the style from box to unboxed. Let's keep it unboxed because we'll see how these look like on our settings over here. And let's go ahead and change the HTML tag here. We can make it smaller, bigger. Of course, we have our global settings, and we can also change our font size, change our line height and letter case, right? We have our image settings here. We can enable or disable the images, change the image ratios, make the images smaller, and you have our category settings here. We can enable or disable our title above the category. Our category dividers, if there are any subcategories, we can put them, see, notice these ones, they change. I'll stick with that. And under advanced settings, we can, if you take note of our meta info here, we can selectively toggle these on and off, and we can hide them all together, enable the date, enable the categories as well. That was misspelled. That wasn't by me, by the way. Content settings, we can enable or disable the excerpt. We can enable a custom length, right, to shorten it, to keep things a bit more compact. We can enable or disable the read more button. Right, we can change the custom read more button over there. We can save this as block defaults if we wanted to copy and paste this format, whatever we've changed here with the letter case and whatever we've shown or hidden as a template for the block. So if we saved it and we brought out the posts block again on a different page, then, or post, we can actually keep it the same and keep a consistent style throughout the website. So we have our additional CSS classes here under Advanced, very useful. So let's go ahead and click on Publish and take a look at how this looks like on our live site. With that done saving, let's go ahead and view the live page, and this is how our posts look like on our live site. And of course, we can add or subtract however many we want, but this is the finished product of our exploration today. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.